All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shemel Shai, or Kodash, which Yahweh, that's the Heavenly Father's true name. Yahweh Shai, that's whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, that's his true name. And Kodash, that is the Holy Spirit. And I also want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well in the scriptures. And salutations to all of you brothers out there who are pushing this word in all truth and in all sincerity. And as you can see, all right, on the title, we're going to get into, mass job layoffs, to the interest rate increases, and the CBDC, okay? All right, or CBDCs, okay? And, I was just looking at a couple, economic reports and all that. And look, this world is, it's not just here in America, it's worldwide, okay? The worldwide economy is crashing. And I'll say this, the reason why they're doing that is for several reasons, all right? And when I say they who are doing this, I'm talking about the elites, okay, of this society, which are the Edomites, all right? In specific, the Amalekites, okay? The international bankers. All right, but I'll say this, you have all these kings of the earth, they're in on it, all right? They may not be the top dog, but they get a piece of the pie, all right? But point being is these the elites, they're planning these things because they want to, one, control everybody, all right? They want everyone to be crippled so that they can come in and basically have control over you. And eventually, as we all know, they want to put that implantable device in you. The Revelation 13 and 16, all right? Which that's, the era of the charagma, all right? And brothers know what I'm talking about, all right? That's what they want to do. And you see all these things, that we're going to talk about are going to lead to it, all right? And you know what? Let's start off with that. Let's just get straight to that real quick, and then we'll go from there. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and it reads here. Man, I want to start off a little bit above. Okay, this is Revelation 13, and we'll start at 14. All right, and it says, "And deceive them that dwell on the earth." Okay, and this is going into Esau, how he's able to deceive the people. All right, and he's using the beast system. All right, in order to do that. It says, "By the means of the miracles which have power to do in the sight of the beast." All right, some of those miracles, all right, include his technology. All right, how he's able to cure people from certain diseases. They're talking about how, if you get that implantable device, all right, and you're not able to speak, you'll be cured from that. Or if you're paralyzed, you'll be able to move your limbs now, so on and so forth. All right, and also another thing too is these missiles, these bombs. Okay, all right. You see, that's a part of the miracles. That's a manipulation of the elements. Okay, which we're gonna get on the right hand side at some point. But remember, Esau, he's got things on the left hand side. All right, the Lord gave him, his portion. All right, but let's keep reading, and it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, now Esau's kingdom was wounded. All right, they had Roman Empire. He got like I said, he got wounded. All right, fell for some time, and now it's back alive as America. Okay, the EU, NATO. All right, the beast system. You see, and it says, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, meaning basically the system, okay? The things that are promoted in here. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. You see, this is what's going to happen. If you don't bow down to this beast system, you're going to be categorized as a domestic terrorist, all right, as a threat to humanity, and that you need to be re-educated. And if that re-education, all right, program, can't get you right, you're going to have to be off. You're going to have to die. They're going to have to kill you. You know, that's what they're going to be pushing out here. You see? Now let me keep reading verse 16. And he calls it, and I like to go into this word calls it a lot, all right? It's the Greek word pieo. And when you read a few of the definitions, because it's going to give you several definitions, one of the top 3 definitions that I like to use from that is form, fashion, construct, which basically means is things aren't happening, organically, okay? They are actually pre-planning these things, you see? All right, so he calls it both small and great. Doesn't matter your age, all right? Rich and poor, doesn't matter your economic status. Free and bond, doesn't matter if you're in the jails or out here walking freely. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And then no man might buy or sell, save, which that word save means except he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, which we brothers have gone into it many times. We all know this. All right, charagma goes into that that mark goes into that the word charagma, which means basically a cutting of the flesh to insert. All right, to make an insertion, and that's how they do it. In order to get that implantable device, you're gonna have to cut your flesh. All right, in order to do these things. All right, and we know that when that device is in you, you're going to have the option to buy or sell. And it's already happening, okay? You have people out there who are actually using it right now. They got the implantable device in them, and they got everything hooked up right now to their bank accounts, all right? Instead of them using, Apple Pay, hey, they're just swiping their hand, okay? Out here in America, you had that Wisconsin company, was it 3 Square Market, okay? They had particular employees, get the implantable device so they can get perks at the job. So it's already here. And then you go all over the world, you go to, parts of Europe that, they've been using it for some time. You got all these tech people out here in America, in San Francisco. All right, you go to, the Colorados, those so-called liberal, areas, and they're using it. You see? Well, point being, though, is the reason why I brought that out is these particular things that that we're going to talk about with the mass job layoffs, the interest rate increases in the CBDCs. That's going to push for this a time period which is fast approaching. Okay, now let's get a quick thing article on these jobs. Now I'm not going to really get into these articles. All right, you brothers can look it up yourselves. All right, but I just wanted to point out a couple things, all right? You have all these major corporations, all right, from the Walmarts to these top-tier banks, like let's just say Citibank, all right, to, these major tech companies. They are announcing that they are going to lay people off. And we're not talking about, oh, we're laid off 100 people, 200. We're talking about thousands of people, okay? Thousands. And with that being said, we know that's going to furthermore damage this economy, all right? People are going to be scrambling. People are going to be, uptight. They're not going to be willing to spend money, all right? So it's a trickle-down effect. That's going to affect the service industry. It's going to, such as, restaurants, all right? It's going to affect, your DoorDashes, your Ubers, all right? You see? And then that's going to affect, the housing market. All right. And in a good way, I'll say this, a good indication. All right. A good indication of a bad economy is a terrible housing market, which this housing market is going to crash at some point. Okay. Look, and that ties in even with the interest rates. Okay. Because look, I'll say this. People can't afford these homes, all right? I'll say this in the Chicago in Chicago, right? A basic bungalow home, right, is running up to $400,000. You're at most getting out of that home is a basement, a first floor, and maybe like a partial second floor. What do they call it? Like a floor and a half or whatever. I forgot the exact term. But point being though is those things are running up for $400,000. Okay, you think people really have the money to afford it? And then on top of it, that's a home where you still gotta renovate it. You still gotta get the flooring done, the cabinets, the siding and windows, so on and so forth. We're not even talking about a home that's already up to date. People don't have that money, man. Simple as that. People do not have that money. All right, and that So like I said, so point being though is this housing market is about to crash, man. Oh, the rents. Let's say if you're renting a townhouse, a house, an apartment, condo, whatever. Your average, price for rent now is like at least like 1,200, damn near. Depending on, of course, where you're at, the type of neighborhood, all these things, factor everything. But point being, you're roughly paying 1,200, if not more. And people can't afford it, man. People cannot afford it. It's not normal, man. All right, it is not normal. And look, your wages haven't gone up. Then they're gonna sit here and they're gonna increase the interest rates. Those interest rates are gonna increase your credit card interest rates, your mortgages. All right. So now people got to keep paying more and more and more. People don't have money. All right. So this system is breaking down, and like I said, all this is to get that era of charagma going. All right. And also a little side note: this is going to lead to people committing crimes, which that's going to justify Esau into doing particular things. Okay, such as setting up martial law, getting people under control. You see, everything's designed. But let's get this in Isaiah 24 and let's get this is actually not what I was looking for, but it's still good. But you know what? Let me no, it's Isaiah 19. That's what it is. This is Isaiah 19. Let's get this 15. This is Isaiah 19 and 15, and it reads here: neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Okay, you see, there's not going to be any work for Egypt. All right, and America is modern day Egypt. All right, the things that are happening right now. Look, it's not just like I said, a couple hundred people getting laid off. We're talking about all these industries, all these major corporations. They're telling you they're going to lay off people. That's biblical prophecy, man. There it said right there, Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. All right, and that's going to lead to, like I said, the second Ezra scriptures, the second Ezra 15 in specific. People are going to, have swords in their hands, and they're going to fight one another because of what does it say in the 21st verse or the 20th verse, I believe. It says the reason why they're doing these things is because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see, this is what it's all leading up to. But let's get Isaiah 24 now, and we'll get start at 7. It's Isaiah 24 and 7, and it reads here: the new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. And that new wine is talking about basically these modern day philosophies, all right? Feminism, all right, to democracy, the alphabet boy, or the alphabet gang, lifestyle. You see? All right? This whole what do you call this? Fractional reserve, notes, this whole banking system. All right? You see, you drink of that wine, all right? These philosophies, and is bound to make you miserable. This whole society is miserable. These people are unhappy. And it's because it's destructive. It's not beneficial. You see, our ways, the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, the law, it's perfect. And that's why the people are going to rejoice when we, the Israelites, are in authority. Once Yahweh Shai, comes back, and he the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, all right, he sits on his throne. All right. And then with that being said, once he sits on his throne, that means the elect, they're going to be in power. All right. Hey, those 144,000 men, the top tier men, well, hey, once they're in power, the earth is going to get in order. And then people are going to be happy. You know? You see? But right now, since the wicked is in authority, the people mourn. All right? But let's keep going. This is Isaiah 24 and 8 now. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the heart ceaseth. You see, these people, they're not, in a good spirit anymore. Okay? This is not 70s, 80s, 90s, even the 2000s. People, aren't partying, having a good time. All right? Prosperous. No, it's not happening anymore. People are living paycheck to paycheck. Man, I can add this in this lesson. If I was going to do another lesson on it, maybe I'll do it anyways. Who knows? But out here in Chicago, I just heard a report saying that basically roughly 50% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck. They said if any major thing happens in their life, such as, some type of medical issue, to a car problem, all right, to something, to repairs, to their house, they're going to have to make a choice whether they're going to pay their, mortgage rent or get that, that other major bill taken care of, or, take care of that major bill that, that randomly came into their life. Like I said, whether it's been a medical issue, car issue, etc., right? Either pay that off or don't have groceries. That's what's happening in this world right now, man. This is the reality of it. You see, so people are in low spirits. And that's why a lot of these people are on edge right now. And a lot of people just don't care. They're ready to die. People are ready to perish. Because this life is hard and it's getting worse. Hey, but it's only going to get, hey, the evils are going to grow. Things aren't bouncing back. But let's get this. Let's keep reading. And it, in Isaiah 24 and 9 now. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink. All right, that's going into how these people, they basically got to drink their problems away. They're not drinking because of, they're joyous. See? Verse 10. The city of confusion, all right, Babylon, is broken down. You see, this place is broken down, or it's breaking down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Going into martial law. Going into how this place is just collapsing. We're in a societal collapse right now. All right? It's circling down the drain. Verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All right? And that's going into the true wine. The wine that you want, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. People are going to want this truth. Okay? More and more as things get worse. That's why it's so important during these times, all right, to get this while you can. Seek the Lord while he may be found. Because eventually the internet's going to get cut off. We're not going to be out there in the streets teaching. And it's going to be a free-for-all. And pretty much whatever you have, that's what you got. And that's where that parable comes into place of the in Matthew the 25th chapter, where it talks about the 5 foolish virgins and the 5 wise virgins. You want to be that wise virgin that has the oil, because you don't want to be one of those guys and or women. All right, in the book of Amos, I believe it's 8 and 12, where it talks about how these people are gonna go from sea to sea, all right, from the north to the east, so on and so forth, to try to get this truth and try to find it, and they're not going to be able to. You don't want to be one of those people, man. All right? So it's very important to get this now. But it says here in Matthew 24 and 11, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You see? In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. And that's the time period we're coming to. Okay? Much hell is coming upon, upon the world. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not. Like I said, you got thousands of jobs. Okay? And I'll say this too. And we're talking about high-level jobs too. It says tech jobs are going to be cut. A lot of these, these modern age people, Gen Z and all that, they rely on these tech jobs. Gen Z, the millennials, they rely, on these jobs, working at, the Facebooks, all right, the Twitters, the group, was it Groupons, so on and so forth. They rely on these things. So if they're cutting jobs, that says a lot. And these, especially these young, I'm not even that old, but these youngins, man, these 20-year-olds, man, early 20s, they can't handle any type of stress. That's why they're gonna start, committing suicide, or they're just gonna start, shooting up at, the office, man, or wherever they're, whatever they do. All right, but it said what? Cisco is gonna cut roughly $41,000 or 4,100 workers. I'm just looking at a couple things right now, trying to see what I can find quickly. Everything. It said green collar jobs are growing fast, and oh well, never mind. That's something else. Sorry that. Yeah, but point being, and I saw, like I said, I had this one list. I forgot. I mean, I wish I didn't delete that article. Got rid of it. I saw it yesterday, but it had like a breakdown of everything. But like I said, I've from the WalMarts to the like I said, to the Facebooks, okay, to the Citibanks, so on and so forth. These people are laying people off, man. All right, but yeah, going. Oh, yeah, that's what we didn't really talk about. We kind of mentioned it, but another thing too is these CBDCs, okay, which is this, basically a central bank digital currency. That's what it stands for. More and more countries, they're getting involved in this. All right, now let me get this one article. Or like I said, I'm just gonna kind of read some stuff off. I'm not gonna really get into it, but it says here, New York. This is from Investopedia.com. It says here, New York Fed launches digital dollar pilot program with big banks. You see, they're getting things going. Everything's gonna be digital. That era of Charagma. All right, and hold on. Like I said, I'm not really trying to get into these articles like that. You can look it up yourselves. But you have China doing in this article. It says China's testing digital yuan. Okay, you had what was it Brazil? They're getting involved in this. Okay, and these are countries a part of the BRICS nations, by the way. Just a side note. Who else? There was another country too. I believe it was like Italy. There's India. They're getting involved in it. Doesn't matter where you're at. The push for that digital era, okay, it's growing. They're trying to speed things up. All right, because these elites they want control of the people. They want control of the people. All right, they want to be like the Most High, as it says in the book of Ezekiel. Let's get that. Remember, Esau has a God complex. All right. He has a God complex. This is I'm gonna start at Ezekiel 20. I'm gonna start from the top. All right, verse 1. Okay, so remember, Esau has this God complex. He wants to know where you're at, how much money you have, what you're spending it on, where the transactions are going. Okay, and he wants to know your heart rate. He wants to know your health. He wants to know every little detail about you. Get out of there. What are you doing? Don't you know? Go. Just lay down. Relax. Come on. Relax. All right. Point being, though, is sorry about that. And he wants to know everything about you. All right, because he wants to be as the Most High. This is Ezekiel 28:1. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, which Esau is the modern day prince of Tyrus, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thy heart is lifted up, thou hast said, I am the Most High. You see, that's Esau's mindset. I mean, and it's evident. I forgot who made that painting. I think it was Michelangelo, if I'm not mistaken. All right, was it Leonardo da Vinci? They made that painting out there in I believe Rome, where you had, they have the Most High, Adam, all the angels, all that stuff. They look like Edomites. They want to be the Most High, man. They want to be his son. They want to be Yahweh Shem Shai, basically. They want to be the Israelites, You see? They did iconoclasm, okay? They took out the dark images, the true, real depictions of the Israelites, how they would look, and they put their image, in front of it. Okay. And then, in today's terms, they want to be. It's evident they want to be the Most High, through this technology. See. But let's keep reading. It says, "I am the Most High. I sit in the seat of the Most High in the midst of the seas." All right. Oh, hey, Shalom, Yasharal. It says the creation of Adam fresco painting by Michelangelo. That's right. You see? All right, it's the painting. But it says, I sit in the seat of the Most High in the midst of the seas. And that basically represents the people. When you go into Revelation, it's the 17th chapter. It talks about how the waters represent the people. Okay, so that's what it means by that. All right? They're on top right now. They control everything. Doesn't matter if you're an Israelite. Doesn't matter if you're a Moabite, Ishmaelite, Ammonite, so on and so forth. Look, they're above you. This is the reign of Esau right now. Okay, let's keep reading. Yet thou art a man and not the Most High, though thou set thy heart as the Most High. You see, Yahweh Shem Shai is telling these Edomites, look, you are just a mere mortal. That's it. Okay, let me keep reading. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. And these Edomites are very wise. Look, they know a lot. They know about biology. They know about weather patterns, astrology, so on and so forth. The Lord put that in their spirit to search things out. Okay? To search these things out. But, it's all vanity at the end of the day because they don't serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They still don't have the true wisdom, which is the fear of the Most High. They don't have it. Let's keep reading. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. And see, these Edomites, they're lifted up because they have everything. They're the proudest nation, okay? But ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave them these things. The Lord put it in their spirit, all right, in their minds, to develop guns, bombs, okay? Hey, to deceive the people, to be that witch, that wizard, okay? You see? The Lord put it in their spirit. He gave them that ability to do these things, And see, the Most High, through His Son, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're going to bring down these Edomites. And remind them, look, you're just a man. You're a nobody. I'm the one who give it the promotion. I'm the one who, bring one down and set up another. You see? Let's keep reading. And it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of the Most High. Behold, therefore, I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and they shall die in the depths of them that are slain in the midst of them, or of the seas. And it says, wilt thou yet say before him that slayed thee, I am the Most High? But thou shalt be a man, and no power, no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. Okay, see, this is what's coming, all right? The Lord's going to bring these Edomites down. And that's because they thought they were the Most High. They believe that, first off, they don't believe in the Most High like that, all right? And then if they did, they say that, look, the Most High would have to look like me. It would have to be me, The Lord's going to, He's going to bring them down, The Lord's going to bring these Edomites down. But, that's pretty much it. But, hey, look, a lot of things are coming, all right? And this stuff is going to affect us too. Hey, look, some of us might be getting laid off. Things are going to get tight. We got to, as my parents say, we got to tighten the belt, things are getting rough. So we're going to be uncomfortable, but these things have to happen. Remember that. And then, if you're in these, rough situations, have faith in Yahweh Shemel Shai that you're going to get out of it. Remember, this whole thing is about faith, okay? And look, divine intervention is going to occur for us. Strange things are going to happen. And you have to understand that, look, this is of Yahweh Shemel Shai, everything that we're going through, all right? The good, the bad, the ugly, But hey, we just got to remain faithful. But hey, these things, it's about to get ugly. 2023 is about to get real nasty out here. I think the Apostle said it in one of his videos, all right? That something has to happen. Things got to keep moving. Hey, 2022 is bad. How much more 2023? All right, but with that, I'm going to end off this lesson. Hopefully it was, an edifying one, and I'm going to, of course, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you brothers out there. Shalom.